Hey there, social media. I am really late, y'all, with my Wednesday Why. Come on in. My name is Tara Thomas. I'm an independent paparazzi consultant. And on Wednesdays, y'all, let's talk about why. And so, a lot of people learn this, and kids are learning this now in middle school that I'm finding because my middle schoolers are learning it. I actually learned this in high school and a little bit more in college. But when you're studying physics, particularly Newton's law, it says for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And so I want to bring that home a little bit to how we think as individuals. And yeah, that's the law of physics, but does it have to be the law of human nature? And I say no. Tell me your thoughts. I often teach my children that everything doesn't warrant a response. Everything doesn't warrant a reaction. And I strongly believe that because we have to think bigger. We have to think bigger than right now. We have to think bigger than what's in this moment. And these are things that I've learned just through life. When I was younger, I would classify myself as a hothead. And as soon as you say something for me, I was already ready with a response, whether I heard you completely or not. And a lot of times I'm so busy formulating my response in my mind that I miss that opportunity to hear, understand, and decipher what you're saying. And so it's those little pieces of a conversation, it's those little pieces of an interaction, which should be how you build whatever response, whether verbal, nonverbal, physical, non-physical, that may be. And so today, I want everybody who hears this live to really think about stopping and thinking and understanding the consequences of the things that I say and the consequences of the things that I do. And sometimes deep down in our hearts, we believe that our reactions are warranted, and we believe that our comments and reactions are necessary. But I challenge you to really think about it and ask yourself, does it really? Is it really needed? And what is the benefit of it when I offer it? And that's both from a pros and a cons perspective. I think if we spend more time just really digesting and understanding ourselves and what our responses mean to others, what does it mean for me selfishly? What does it mean for me? If I offer response A, how is that going to impact me? Then how's it going to impact that other person that I'm interacting with? If I offer response B, same thing. What does that mean for me? What does that mean for the other person? And then always consider an option C. What if I just don't give a response? What if I just don't react? What if I just absorb what's there or repel it, because some things aren't meant to be absorbed, or just repel it and let the atmosphere and the world around me deal with it? Then there's also, when you think about social conscience, sometimes we're obligated to react. Sometimes we're obligated to speak up for the betterment of our surroundings. But sometimes, y'all, it just really doesn't have that much value. And I tend to believe there are a lot of instances where it has no value whatsoever. And that's where we've got to use wisdom, experience, and forethought to really think about, if I respond, what does that mean for me and what does that mean for others? Sometimes it's just simply not worth it, y'all. So I challenged Newton on his third law. And I know I'll probably get a bunch of science geeks like myself that would say, okay, Tara, you're stretching it. And I am. But I do challenge it when we think about day-to-day life. It doesn't always warrant a reaction. It doesn't always warrant a response. And sometimes you just need to leave it out there in the atmosphere and let it settle in the dirt where it belongs. That's my Wednesday Why, y'all. I hope y'all have a fabulous week. I hope y'all are having a fabulous week so far. We're at that midway point, and it is TSU's homecoming, y'all. So for all those TSU Tigers out there, let's enjoy this week. And take a minute, y'all, to really think about how we handle the situations that are presented to us. I read something earlier today that said, and I've heard this a million times in my life, that if God brings you to it, He'll bring you through it. But it didn't say anything about as you go through it or as you go through it. No, just move on through it, y'all. Learn that lesson and move on to the next. Have a great week, everybody.